Has Donald Trump started an endless war, or has he ended a nuclear threat? That's the question the world is asking tonight in the wake of a US bombing raid on Iran.
The US president has warned Iran to make peace now or face further strikes. In an address to the nation, he described this morning's bombing raid as a spectacular military success, saying 3 nuclear sites within Iran had been obliterated.
The U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
The US bombing raid was a bold move, but not without significant risks to the wider region as well as to US security. On the other hand, leaving a theocratic state with the ability to obtain nuclear weapons was also a risk to the wider region and to US security. Iran's national broadcaster was breathing fire in response to the US attack, warning that, and I quote, "Every American citizen and soldier in the region is now a legitimate target."
من هدف مشروع ایران هستند. آمریکا با این اقدامی که انجام داد علیه ایران و حریم هوایی ایران را شکست و جنایت علیه ایران انجام داد، دیگه جایی در منطقه غرب آسیا نداره. آقای رئیس جمهور آمریکا، شما شروع کردید و ما تمومش خواهیم کرد.
So Donald Trump has essentially issued Iran with an ultimatum: either make peace now or face further action from the US. Judging by that statement from a state broadcaster in a theocratic state, generally no freedom of press, we can assume that's probably the official line coming from the top. Sounds like Iran has chosen war.
Well, 30 missiles were immediately launched at Israel, and Sophie Ellsworth will be joining us shortly. So the initial response from the Iranians, as you would expect, is to hit back. Let's talk about this mission, though, for a moment, because it's been a stunning success. Consider this, Freya. No US losses, no civilian casualties that we're aware of, 3 nuclear sites taken out. It was a flawless mission, and the US have been preparing for this for years. I was listening to Brett McGurk, who was the National Security Coordinator for the Biden administration, talking earlier today. He said this mission was well planned and it's been well rehearsed for a number of years. Successive US presidents have been planning for this day, hoping they would never have to do what Trump has done, but today it's been done.
Exactly. And it does seem like Iran, at this point, the regime is so profoundly weakened. The entire top echelon of the Iranian regime has basically been assassinated, other than the supreme leader, Khomeini. But now I guess they're in a situation where there is no winning for them, realistically. Their nuclear sites are gone, infrastructure's gone, a quarter of all their missile launches are gone. But we know the ideology that drives the Iranian regime. And it is ultimately all about death to Israel, death to America. So now I think we're in a really dangerous situation where Iran, they're not going to win, but they will go down fighting.
Well, there's a lot to look at tonight. We'll bring you this conflict from all angles. We're going to start, though, in Israel and get the feel for what's happening on the ground there. So joining us is News Corp Europe correspondent Sophie Ellsworth, who is there on the ground. Sophie, thanks for your time. Actually, she's not quite ready for us yet. So the other thing I want to talk about while Sophie gets ready is Donald Trump has been transformed by this. Trump has performed a limited, targeted strike. It was appropriate, it was measured, and he will not only transform potentially the Middle East, but he's transformed his own standing